Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Komorebi. Where we last left off, everyone was talking about food, and Klace, in particular, ate all the gummies in Isaac's fridge, and just devoured more food in Isaac's fridge, and was desperate for more food. Also, everyone was so invested in lava lamps, and Klace's goofball ass thought there was a sequel to Lava Lamp, and Dante said they're going to go and buy another Lava Lamp. And that's still my favorite fragment so far, because it's just so stupid, and I will miss it dearly. But, yeah, we're going to do these three, Klace, these two. And then it'll be the culmination fragment. And it should be for next part. And it'll be most likely very long. So yeah.
Experience supplemental fragment. Being sociable.
Being sociable. Here we go. Here we go. What is the game, guys, for this part? Tuesday, December 24th.
Hey, are you checking out Taylor's stream?
Oh, it's happening?
Yeah! Him and Klace are live right now. I've never seen his viewer count this high before. People are going wild on social media too. I think he's about to set some records.
A free celebrity endorsement. I'm not surprised. Wish I could get something like that for my next novel.
Well, it's not just for Taylor's benefit. Looks like Klace is blowing up as well.
A pop idol. Blowing up even more?
Well, there's not a lot of crossover between their two audiences. Equal opportunity for both of them to make a big splash.
Do you think Klace expected that to happen?
What, you mean like an ulterior motive?
He did say he'd talk to his publicist about it, right? I wouldn't be surprised if this ended up being a business decision.
For some reason, I doubt that.
Dante is right, you know.
Oh.
Whoa, he's watching.
Always.
Shouldn't you be paying attention to the stream?
Just taking a quick beauty break. Don't normally have a camera on me like this.
Oh, you guys must be on some sort of delay. Want to elaborate while you're here at least?
Well, when I offered to stream with Taylor, I just thought it'd be fun. But when I told the label, they really went wild with it. Passion for me, profit for them.
You could have just done it without telling them. Isn't that why you wanted this hiatus to begin with?
I guess, but that would feel wrong. This kind of thing will definitely affect my public image. I promised that if anything major came up, they'd know right away.
Makes sense to me. I mean, look at the viewer count. It'd be hard to find a stadium you could fit that many people in. This is like one of your biggest concerts. And then some.
And nobody is expecting me to sing. Gotta say, I kinda like the lack of expectation.
I was actually reading an article about that. They say you're about to start a new trend.
New trend?
Really?
Makes sense to me. You don't see many celebrities stream. But here you are, even more famous than you were before.
Yeah, I'm refreshing my feed and all I see is Klace and Taylor. People are saying you bridged a gap and made history.
Yeah?
Wow, keep putting the pressure on.
Yeah, what the fuck?
Oh, sorry.
We're just excited for you. Gotta say, though, I'm feeling the need to brag.
I think I'll stay humble on this one.
Time passes as we all watch the stream in our own rooms.
You know, Klace is actually pretty good at video games.
Either that or Taylor is letting him win.
I don't know if Taylor is capable of that. These things are a matter of pride, remember?
True. Unless he has a crush. Remember how bad he was at games when we first met?
Also true. But are you
Yeah.
okay with that? I mean, do you want your man with Taylor?
For the last time, we're not dating. But even if we were, I wouldn't mind. Taylor's a good guy, all things considered.
That's a lot of things to consider, Isaac. Good to know you're open like that, though.
We're all gonna start a dating circle together.
I guess Taylor's philosophy is rubbing off on me. It makes me happy to see all of you having a blast together. Before Klace arrived, I was worried our dynamic would suffer.
And here it is, doing better than ever, setting records too. Gotta say, I'm glad you reminded me this was happening.
Working hard again?
You know it, but I deserve a little break. How long do you think they're gonna go for?
Looks like they've set a goal for an impromptu 12-hour stream, and
12
it
hours?
looks like they might hit it. Oh, wait, they definitely will. Oh, they just did.
Already?
Huh. And the little break becomes a big break. Hold on, I'll cast the stream to the living room TV. Want to grab some junk food and meet me there?
Sure, on my way. Oh, and it's a race.
I immediately put my phone down and sprint to the living room. Yeah, just start booking it. Alright,
Experience supplemental fragment. Being suspicious.
was there another supplemental fragment like name it? I don't know. I forget. Alright, Tuesday, December 24th.
Everybody, I have good news!
Oh yeah?
What happened?
You know that promotion I've been aiming to get? I just scored an interview with the higher-ups at Argus!
No way.
See? I knew you'd get it.
What? That is the exact opposite of what you said last time.
Yeah, don't think we forgot about that one, Dante. Either way, I'm looking forward to the treat that you promised.
Treat?
Dante took some shots at Isaac last time he talked about this promotion. Something about not trusting Isaac with more responsibility.
Ouch.
Exactly. That's why Dante doesn't get a treat. This type of thing is only for Isaac's best friends.
Do I get one? I mean, I believe in Isaac.
You weren't even there when it happened.
I'll allow it, actually.
Hold on. What is the treat exactly? Or were you just trying to tease Dante?
You know, I haven't even thought about it. But this is a big promotion. It'll require a big celebration.
Another nightclub outing.
If you get it, you mean.
When I get it, you mean.
Hey, stop the bickering. Just hope that Isaac gets the job. It's not that hard. Everything will be better if he does. More money, more power.
Fine, okay. I hope you get the job, Isaac, and I'm sorry. Don't you think the timing of this is a little odd, though?
No? I've been working hard. Probably the hardest I've ever worked.
But immediately after that nonsense with Kyron, you step on their toes and they invite you to their HQ.
He's got a point, you know.
I think
Ooh.
he's just being salty. He didn't believe in me then, and he doesn't now.
It's not like that, Isaac.
Why is this so hard for you then?
Because it might be a trap.
I don't know. Look, you know I care about you, Isaac. I'm just pointing out that the timing is a little odd.
I'm sure we'll be fine. Isaac looked into this already, remember? There hasn't been any heat on us. Not even a little.
It's barely been a week.
Your worries are founded, but you're killing the vibe. We should be happy for Isaac, not filling him with fright.
It's okay. I'm not scared, and I know we're gonna be fine. In fact, I can even use this interview to prove it.
How?
Let's see if I can explain this in a non-tech way. Back at work, I actually outrank the PCs we use. They hold me back. But at Argus HQ, I can take full advantage of my security clearance.
Really?
Yeah, but that shouldn't really be surprising. All the power is within Argus's headquarters. Retail outlets only get a fraction of that.
Then how do you know we're really safe? All the data on us could be at a higher level.
I can see enough at work to give me peace of mind, but I can take a look at Argus's HQ for your sake. Anything I can do to make you less worried.
Like how you gave Kyron social media and stuff. Are you sure you won't get in trouble for this?
Most people would, but remember who you're dealing with. I can cover my tracks better than the best in the business.
I underestimated you, Isaac. Snooping around in their own HQ. Always thought you'd be more timid in the end.
Nah, this is where I'm the most confident. Hopefully after this, you'll start to trust my abilities.
If it's truly just an interview, then I'll yield forever. But until then, I believe a tiny bit of paranoia is justified.
Fair. Actually, it's on Friday, so I can tell you all about it at the tavern. I'm pretty sure it'll be multiple interviews, too.
Multiple?
Multiple interviews. I hope you get called back then. What position are you up for exactly?
It's actually a step above my current boss. He runs one store, but they want me overseeing multiple. I basically just sit in their HQ and monitor the district's sales numbers.
Wow, okay.
Promoted above your own boss?
Damn!
Yeah, he's not interested in all that extra stuff. In fact, he personally recommended me for the promotion. So like I said, I'm pretty sure I earned this. It's not a trick.
I'm starting to believe, I'll say that much. Just give us an update on Friday, and I'll look forward to it. In fact, I can't wait to party with some peace of mind.
Yeah, talk about a night to remember.
Yeah! Yeah! Alright, heart to heart, Klace.
Experience heart-to-heart fragment. Klace 2.
Klace 2? Oh yeah, because Klace 1 was in the middle of the culmination fragment of map 1. Forgot about that. So was Taylor's. Taylor's heart to heart was in the last culmination. Ah, my eye! I feel like this place is basically my second home. I've been here so much lately, and yet I keep coming back. But just like with Dante, this time it was for a one-on-one meeting. And not just with anybody, but the newest addition to our group. He specifically requested it too. Somehow I found that kind of flattering. When I think about it, he approached me at the nightclub too. Maybe it's just like he said, lost and clueless, but together. With everything going on, that seems to fit my mindset more and more. So much is up in the air. I just wish a few things would start to land. Even if it didn't stick that landing, at least I could stop worrying. I make my way to the table Klace is sitting at. He looks very unassuming. A couple of heads turn in his direction, but I don't think people recognize him.
Hey, Delta. You know, this time I'm not actually hungover. Might be a good time to try something different.
He strikes a thinking pose as he goes over the menu.
Been having a lot of those gummies, too.
God damn
When I
it.
have them, I eat everything in a 20-kilometer radius. It's both good and bad, though. Gotta watch that waistline.
He takes a big sip of the ice water in front of him.
Just one of the many things I'm contractually obligated to do. You know, the work never stops, even when you think it does. Hiatus? It's basically nothing more than a glorified formality.
So the industry controls his body in addition to his personal life? Everything about what he's been telling me just seems awful. He shakes his head like he's stopping an incoming rant.
Sorry. I invited you here because I wanted to apologize. I still feel really bad for that conversation we had at the nightclub. After a few drinks, I guess I just start to say whatever comes to mind.
Don't feel bad. I'd love to do it again sometime.
Wait, really? Well, you do owe me some info in return. Now that I think about it, I talked about myself an awful lot, but it actually felt like you were listening, so I appreciate that.
He flips the pages of a journal that rests in front of him. It must be his diary, a place to vent all his woes.
It was better than writing it down in here. That's just some advice from my old manager, though. Never vent to another person. They're walking gossip machines. He didn't even want me to keep notes in my phone. Just this diary.
Sounds like someone was overly cautious. But I guess it's for the best, given how in the spotlight he is. I choose not to speak, let him continue talking by himself.
But he's not my manager anymore, I guess. passed away a while back, during my world tour. They just gave me a new one, like he didn't even matter.
Damn.
But I guess I don't really matter either. When I'm gone, another idol will step right up. It's like a machine. It keeps going, despite you.
He looks off to the side, like he's sad and ashamed. Right after apologizing, he's already back to talking about work. I can kind of understand. He's known little else for his entire life. He flips through the pages of his diary, directing my attention toward it. I didn't mean to snoop. Emotion just drew the attention to my eyes. I could see his sketch. A happy family sitting next to a car. They all had names drawn beside them, but the page moved far too fast. All I could make out was that one of the names started with W. I quickly look back up at Klace as he continues to talk.
When he died, I was emancipated. I wasn't old enough to sign my initial contracts, so he did it for me. Honestly, it was the closest thing I ever had to something normal. They kept bugging me, saying I had to sign new contracts of my own. I managed to negotiate this hiatus, so I could have some time off. Told them it was so I could grieve. I just wanted time away. A breath of fresh air can change almost anything, especially when you're locked inside all the time, like I was. This life is brand new for me, just like it is for you, Delta.
He places his hand on top of mine.
And that's why I feel like we have something special. Even if it's just a lingering feeling that'll slowly fade away. You may get to keep this life, but for me, it's just a glimpse.
Something inside me feels really weird. I can't tell if he's trying to be romantic or just a good friend. But when he speaks now, I don't feel that anxiety, that hesitation. Just like when he blew that kiss to the crowd and put on a smile. There's something about this that feels like it could be an act, too. Perhaps he's just trying to exit his comfort zone while he still can.
You know, you learn a thing or two in this industry. How to charm people, make them want you. At least on stage. Off of it, I'm oblivious. But I've been thinking about the Quantum Leap. It might be my first and last chance to take part. Never been to a proper New Year's Eve bash.
He blushes and looks from side to side. The hand still remains on mine, a soft, gentle grip.
Would you consider being my date for the evening?
Oh!
Or at the very least, spend a midnight with me? There should still be enough for the others.
Thoughts of the potential night fly through my mind. 4 midnights and 4 my new friends. Obviously, I don't think Kyron would be there. I remember Klace saying that he wasn't allowed to date. This probably isn't a serious offer, just some fun. You know, to make the most of the hiatus. I think for a moment before speaking. Of course I'd love to be your date.
Maybe I'm not as oblivious as I thought then. I know
Just
this is
some
sudden,
fun.
but it's an experience I want to have. A date, a New Year's Eve party, perhaps even a kiss. Just a swig of something normal to help the rest go down. And for some reason, I think it's supposed to be with you. Never forget. Fish out of water, right? It seems only fitting.
He starts messing with his scarf, looking like he's zoned out.
I just hope that nothing gets in the way. When I think about Isaac and Kyron, I start to freak out. I mean, we wouldn't know we're in trouble until it's already too late. I even started to have some bad dreams about it. Embarrassing, I know. But good thing I have those gummies. A sound, dreamless sleep. Even suppresses my vision, too.
That's pretty peculiar, but it's also an ambiguous statement. In this moment, I'm confused if his vision is good or bad. Out of respect, I choose not to bring it up at this time.
By the way, were you gonna order anything? I'm gonna keep it light since we're coming back here tomorrow. I ate too much junk food on the plane anyways. Gotta cut back.
I shake my head. I just came here to speak with him. But we're coming back with Kyron tomorrow, for the first time. I'd order something special. It was a momentous occasion after all.
Well, I'd hate to come and not order anything at all. Maybe I'll just grab a salad or something like that. Let's throw that all out the window for New Year's Eve. We can let loose and make it a real party. Sound good? Life's no fun without breaking the rules from time to time.
I nod. This sounds like a good idea to me. If it's at night you shouldn't hold back, it's definitely New Year's Eve.
Maybe I'll even perform a song, if I get the courage. I heard Isaac say something about live music. Looks like it'll be a pretty big party.
For some reason, I thought it would just be our little group. Especially since Klace requested some privacy during his stay. But it might be more effective to blend into a crowd, to be honest. Especially if Argus ever found out what we did. Like a machine. Beep boop. Alright.
Experience supplemental fragment. Being sleepy.
Being sleepy? Oh my god, is it Klace and all the gummies? I'll laugh my ass off if it is. Monday, December 23rd.
Hey, I have a suggestion for our slumber party.
Oh my god, it might be.
What is it? Oh, by the way, I stocked up on those gummies. I have enough to share, but you should still pick up your own.
Way ahead of you, actually. Anyway, what's the suggestion, Dante?
Rebels and Revels.
What and what?
What and what?
Only the hottest tabletop RPG in the world. I'm thinking we start a campaign and make it a weekly thing.
Not a bad idea. Let me guess, you'll be the GM?
Not a chance, man. Writing is my job. You think that's what I want to do in my off hours?
Fair. Is it hard to do?
Nah, not really. It's so easy, even Taylor could do it.
Well, now I'm gonna do it. Purely to spite you, of course.
Nah.
Spite makes a good GM, actually. You want to put your players through some tough times.
I won't go easy on you.
I'm quaking in my boots, trust me. That is, if you're all down to do this.
Sure, I'm down.
Yeah, sounds good to me. What about Kyron?
What about him?
I'd hate to leave him out of this. It's a group thing, and I kinda made him part of our group.
I don't know if letting him into our home is a good idea yet. Your heart is in the right place, but yeah.
Hasn't he basically turned that jet into his home? I mean, he spends all his time hiding out in there, right?
Yeah.
Maybe we should host the game over there. That way we can involve him and stay under the radar.
Not a bad idea. Not a bad idea at all. But remember, you're only here for a few months. There's no way we'd be allowed back in when you leave.
I guess that's fair. But I'd like to stay a part of your campaign. Maybe I can hop on a video or voice call to stay in touch.
That'd be awesome. And there's our solution for Kyron, too. We'll just get him here through a call.
This is actually starting to sound pretty fun. But hopefully one day you can let him inside your house. Even if we include him like that, he could still feel left out.
True, but like I said, it's best to not take that risk just yet. If anyone investigates his records, that'd be the first place they check. Best to avoid putting a target on us until we're absolutely certain.
Good idea. I'm still feeling a bit nervous about all of this. But a weekly campaign might be a nice escape.
Never a bad idea to get away from what bothers you. Those gummies might make it more interesting, too. I can already picture you. A GM under the influence.
I'll make it a journey to remember.
Yep, this is how we die.
It was a new sprite, but that's funny as hell. Just, yep, this is how we die. And that's how it ends. That's how it ends. What a perfect note to end off on. Just, yep, this is how we die. It's funny.
Experience
Alright.
pivotal fragment. Rebels and Revels, Part 1.
Are we actually gonna play the campaign? Are we actually gonna be in? The actions of one person can ripple and cascade. Yeah? Oh my god. Thursday, December 26th. I sit in my chair, the gummy slowly kicking in. There's a character sheet in front of me and a map on the table. It looks like some sort of fantasy village set in the forest. Everything's a bit foggy now, but I'm super content and relaxed. Taylor, behind some sort of cardboard barrier, starts to speak. I guess it's his time to shine. His first game as a GM.
Well, well, look where we are. The sheltered forest village of Valenorth. The war has ended, and the monarch returns home.
Are you fucking kidding me? Everyone looks at me, and I nod. I didn't know I'd be the main character in this game, to be honest. But it kind of feels nice, so I accept the role without any hesitation.
You're here to visit your friend, the Elder of Valenorth. Disguised as monarch business, you really just want to see a friend. The crown weighs heavy upon you, and your bonds ease this burden. Elder?
Everyone looks at Klace. He seems a little shocked.
Me?
Oh my god! Really? You actually made... Oh my... That's... Elder? He's only 21.
Yes, you. The monarch appointed you as elder because of your values. You wish to see Valenorth open up and unite with other nations.
Unity? That sounds good to me. Honestly, the world could use more of that.
Spoken like a true elder, but also a little off topic. The monarch's bodyguard steps forward, aiming to get back on track.
Taylor taps the tablet, getting Kyron's attention. I didn't know that Taylor made up backstories for our characters. Signing up as just a sword user, I figured my history would be a clean slate. But a monarch with a bodyguard? I could get used to this.
Hey, let's get this back on track.
Oh my god.
The war may be over, but that doesn't mean it's playtime.
I can't tell if it's a sword or a blunderbuss. To be honest, I can't tell if it's like a big sword or a blunderbuss. It'd be way funny if it was.
As if to urge on small talk, another friend steps forward. Once a swindler, it seemed like he still craved gossip.
Everyone looks over at Isaac, who simply shrugs.
A swindler? Come on, that's kind of mean. I thought you saw me as more than that.
In character, please.
This is ridiculous. Isaac quickly realizes there's no way to address this in character. With a simple shrug, he continues on from Taylor's earlier prompt.
Hey, there's nothing wrong with some small talk, Kyron. A lot of people spill their greatest secrets in casual conversation.
What secrets could he possibly be keeping from us? Insubordination isn't exactly his style.
I love how we're all instantly pretty much in character.
Yeah, I'm more interested in whatever the opposite of that is.
You mean obedience? I like that in a guy.
He's trying to flirt, even as a GM.
Did anybody hear something?
Other than us? Can't say I have.
Maybe it was a whisper from the spirits.
A spiritual and sheltered forest village? Isn't that a little derivative?
You're one to talk.
What does that mean?
Never mind.
We're getting off topic.
Either way, the spirits don't work like that in this world. In fact, the end of the war marked the end of the spirit realm. Alestia was free to forge its own path, with no external influence.
No external influence? Funny for a GM to say.
In character, please.
Oh, how I hate those gods that look down upon us, cursing my existence to that of a lowly swindler.
Isaac, tone it down a bit. Just a little bit. Can you tone it down?
For the record, I think being a swindler is pretty awesome.
Totally agree. I'm just some dumb mercenary. I fight henchmen while you topple nations.
Oh, so you do think I'm awesome.
Yeah, and you totally look the part.
He sounds it, too.
Pretty good reference, Taylor. I wonder if anyone will get it.
Oh, we don't get it. Is this another reference to one of Klace's older games? Because if so, I can't. I have not played a single other game of Klace's games. So if it's a reference, I won't get it.
It's not like there's anyone watching us.
Shut the fuck up.
Oh, of course. So, why are we here again anyway? Didn't we have some monarch business to attend to?
This is so... Everyone exchanges glances, then stares right at Taylor.
Oh, of course. The official business. What was that again?
Are you serious?
Congrats, Taylor.
I said, what was that again?
Taylor nudges his head toward Dante, as if this were a cue. Dante holds up a piece of paper, a mock scroll.
And at that exact moment, the monarch's advisor bursts into the room, holding a scroll and struggling to catch his breath. It seems urgent.
Alright, Dante, this is your moment. Put your voice to the test. Your voice to the test. You need to struggle to catch your breath and, be in a rush. Come on.
I am not acting like I'm out of breath.
Oh, I forgot. It did show his. What is he like a rogue? What is he? I mean, Taylor just said what he was, but
Immersion killer. Just go ahead and read the scroll. We need to get this show on the road.
It's just one big reference to one of Klace's games. Was it when? Yeah, I think it was Winds of Change. I've seen it. I know it exists. I just never played it. But is this just one big reference?
Right. Sorry to disturb your small talk, Monarch, but I have a matter that might need your attention.
Might?
No, it definitely needs your attention, and I was talking to the Monarch, not you.
When you're in my village, you talk to me. Let's not start disrespecting my authority here.
Everyone looks at each other, shocked that Klace put his foot down. I guess he was getting into the role. That made things even better.
Oh, of course. Sorry, Elder.
Thank you, Dante. But now you have to prove that apology. A sorry means nothing if you keep slipping up.
He's right, you know. Should I get that in writing and make you sign it? Binding people to their word is kind of my thing. That's why I live my life by one rule. Never count on somebody who's unreliable. It's impossible to strike on the promise of a maybe.
All right, I get it. Well, if you don't find me reliable, then have this. It's a letter from the Thorns, back in Mongillo.
It's actually pronounced Mazeo.
Really? That's not what I've heard.
Well, I guess everyone says it differently. Anyway, feel free to let them know what's happening.
Of course. Sorry about that, everybody. The voice from above seems to keep cutting me off.
Been happening more and more lately. But go ahead and lay it on us, Dante. Can't possibly be worse than the war.
Maybe not, but it could easily start another. The war definitely left a big power vacuum. We have to face that fact. Unfortunately, a power vacuum in Mazeo is a lot worse than anywhere else.
You said the Thorns, right?
Yeah, I figured you'd be familiar with them. They're using the confusion and chaos to make a move. It's pretty clear. They want to undermine our newfound leadership.
And let me guess, their main weapon is blackmail.
Of course. After you stopped swindling, they took charge. Or maybe they even started during the war, when you were busy. But the townspeople are in their hands. Not willingly, of course.
We should take care of this as soon as possible. A hostile Mazeo isn't exactly my idea of a good neighbor.
But how can we fight back?
Contrary to popular belief, paper does beat paper. We dig up dirt on them and ruin their credibility. Then the blackmail they have means nothing.
I don't think that's a good idea. We have to prove our leadership to those still on the fence. Subterfuge and shady stuff will only make us seem dubious.
I agree. Our goal was to lead the world into a better age. We can't resort to the same tactics our enemies did, or even the ones we used in order to win the war. Remember? We all promised. That kind of stuff would stop after we won. We're leading now, so we have to do it right.
Fine. Old habits die hard, I guess. It'll just be hard to win a battle where our enemy fights dirty. Remember, we were a little dirty during the war. That's how we won.
But this is just some gang of information brokers. They'll live up to their name, nothing more than thorns in our sides. They can't hold a candle to the triumvirate, right? The worst is over.
And if it isn't, then you'll always have my sword arm. In fact, I expect an ambush or two on our way back home. We should head to Mongillo while it's still bright outside.
I agree. I made good time on the run over, too. If we leave now, we'll make it before it gets too dark. And that's just when the thorns are most likely to strike.
And with that, our merry gang is reunited once more. Fresh off the heels of one war, it seems they aimed to prevent another. They head out hoping to win this battle the right way and prove their mettle. Because even though the previous tyrannical leaders were dethroned, the people of Celestia hadn't fully embraced their new leaders. If things went awry, the new monarchy could very well be usurped.
It's still ridiculous. They're not just playing on Dungeons and Dragons.
After a long and arduous journey, the group returns to Mongillo. A meeting is immediately called, with everyone making their way to the war room. Feeling no need to change things up, the new monarchy still used the old rebel HQ.
So, do we want to go over all of this again?
Yeah. It looks like the Thorns want to run things around here. Apparently they've dug up dirt on all of us. A lot. If they spread it, the people could fear us.
Giving them a legitimate claim to leadership.
There's no way the people would side with the Thorns. Leaking secrets speaks more about them than us. It's a pitiful, destructive way to seize power.
Don't forget what my job used to be, Klace.
Oh, right, sorry. But you did that stuff out of necessity. It seems like they're just doing it for fun.
It seems like the tables have turned, actually. We dug up dirt on the triumvirate and used it to take them down. I suppose it's not out of the question that someone would do the same to us. But on the other hand, what we did actually saved countless worlds. The Thorns just wanted to take advantage of something that could profit them. We acted in the name of the greater good, and it seems like they acted for their coin purse.
Well, I think this one rests with Isaac. How could we fight back against this? It is your area of expertise, after all.
Well, we have to put the people first. Anything aggressive or manipulative is a no-go. The way we react now will decide how they see us.
Is aggression really a bad option? The Thorns could have dirt on every citizen in Celestia. If we take them out and seize their base, it'd keep everyone safe.
I think it's just killing that we need to avoid. We can attack them and take them in, but no vigilante stuff. Pure justice.
It would work. That is, if they truly are a threat. We can't just take them down to save our own hide. Isaac, you know more about this than anyone else. Is the information they have dangerous? Forget about whatever dirt they have on us. I'm talking about how they could harm our people.
Yeah, information brokering is a shady business. They'd probably have secrets that could topple nations, and a lot more that could tear apart the lives of innocents. But they would argue that revealing the truth is justice. I even told myself that when we fought against the Triumvirate. A means to an end. Everything is always a means to an end.
Hey, I have an idea.
Yeah?
Remember how you dig in mailboxes at the taverns? You know, to find out secrets you could sell?
That's truly awful.
I'm not proud of it, but yeah.
Well, that's not all you did, right? I imagine you bought information from people too. What if we posed as civilians looking to sell some info?
And catch them in the act?
Entrapment? Isn't that immoral?
Not necessarily entrapment, but a way to get into their base for recon. That way we could see what they're up to in every regard.
And crack down if we see anything worrying.
Well, this certainly seems morally gray, but I don't see anything that would reflect poorly on us. We'll only take them in if we see the potential of harming our people.
And if we don't?
Well, I know that we did a lot to take down the Triumvirate. We swindled nations and murdered our enemies to start the list. If the Thorns bring that to light, we'll have to accept the repercussions.
Is there really no other way?
Well, it really isn't right to try and cover up our actions. especially if it means hiding the truth of things from our people. That's exactly what the Triumvirate did to us when it came to the spirits. They hid a truth that they knew would jeopardize their leadership. If we approach this from the same angle, then we're no better. We have to act in Alestia's best interests, not our own.
True.
It's what we've always done.
So, that's the plan then? Infiltrate their base and gather data?
Yeah. And we only take action if we believe our people are in danger. With what Isaac said, though, I'm almost certain that they are.
Is this acceptable, Monarch?
For a moment, I forgot I was taking part in this game. But in retrospect, it really did make me feel like I was the leader. Everyone talking about what to do before presenting me with their best option. But it really was the best option. We can't just attack and kill those who threaten our rule. But if the actions of the Thorns threaten our people, that's different. I authorized the operation. We'd infiltrate their base and discern the full extent of their actions. I know Isaac says they're obviously a threat, but we need some evidence. We have to do this right away. We have to do this the right way, in order to win the favor of our people. It's not an easy transition, waking up to new rulers of the world after all. But we'd show them, as we continued, that their lives were in our capable hands. God. Rebels and Revels. That is hilarious. I did not know I was going to play a campaign.
View which journal entry?
Journal 5. Alright. AKA the day we became Wayfarers. Friday, December 27, 2041. Is it weird to give my days titles like that? I thought it was a bit quirky last time, and I'm all for quirkiness. I don't even know why I'm writing like this. It's so of me to start down my own thoughts as soon as I write them down. Best to think about, I guess. If there's one place I shouldn't worry about how I voice my thoughts, it's in my own private diary, a safe haven, just like it should be. I've started to notice that Klace is acting a little strange. I'm only saying this because it's somewhat related to journals and diaries. He didn't have one with him at the nightclub, but since then, he's always been holding his diary. I feel like it's a little odd. Sometimes he just flips through the pages, reading them, even when the group is in the middle of something else. Looking back at the VOD of Taylor's stream, he even had it with him there, too. If a diary can be a safe haven, I have to wonder if, for some people, it could be too safe, you know? Today's the day we're all going to Wayfair. I totally trust in Isaac now. Doesn't mean I'm paranoid and worried completely gone or anything, but that outing to Triple R was a real eye-opener. We walked right in the front door, and not a single head turned our way. Kyron was treated just like one of us. This is how I think things should be done. It gets more and more difficult to believe that we're doing something wrong. But maybe we've just been looking at it the wrong way. Just because our thoughts go against those in power doesn't automatically mean we're wrong. It's possible for those in power to be wrong as well. Or at least out of touch with what the world truly needs. Right now, I think that's unity. Alright, what's this? What does it mean? I keep seeing this symbol everywhere. Oh, it's the little diamonds. It's the little diamonds. if it is. Also, I realized that Delta doesn't really sign their journals anymore. What does it mean?
Experience pivotal fragment. Calm before the crime.
Okay, let's get back to real world. Let's get back to real world, not Rebels and Revels. Got it. That was still funny. Letting people walk all over you simply leaves footprints for others to follow. Friday, December 27th. I slowly make my way toward the Wayfair, passing the town square. There's a large gathering of Zeros, simply standing there. Some carry signs. The protest was in full swing, and their cause surely had some numbers behind it. That's how many people were on the colony? Those things must be huge. Without realizing it, I make eye contact with a family of Zeros. I shake my head, slightly embarrassed at the unintentional staring. They smile at me and I choose to smile back. At least they weren't weirded out by what I just did. They hand their child an apple. After taking it, they started skipping around the town square. They're holding a doll on the other hand, and a smile just as wide as them. But not nearly as wide as the parents who watched that child enjoy the city. I guess that they were fighting not only for themselves, but for the future of every Zero. After skipping and jumping around the town square, the child stops and looks at me. I wave at them, they wave back, before returning to their parents. As they embrace each other, I take this as my signal to leave. But I leave with a rising hope that they'll get what they want. I round a corner and see the Wayfarer almost immediately. As soon as I do, I see my friends standing around the entrance. Just like Taylor said to Triple R, fashionably late, as always, or like always. Isaac is knelt down, tinkering with what appears to be a drone. The gang watches him work, and I can't help but feel concerned. Messing with a drone mere moments before we sneak in Kyron? This had to be related to everything going on. As soon as I reach my friends, I make a noise, like I'm clearing my throat. This instantly gets their attention, and hugs are exchanged.
Hey, Delta! I was just showing everybody what I've been up to. Figured I could start without you since I kinda talked about it at the diner.
That's true, he definitely gave me a crash course at the diner. Or in this case, crash may not be the best word to use. I know he can control them, and they run in his code.
I wish he didn't have to do it out in the open, though. Correct me if I'm wrong, but Isaac looks pretty suspicious right now.
Pretty? I'd say very.
Definitely no need to correct that.
But the security on these things is top-notch. If he was doing something wrong, then alarms would be blaring. I've seen people look over and they don't seem to care.
Klace has it right. See this little blue light? If I didn't work for Argus, it'd be red. And not only that, but it'd call for help. We'd be surrounded by more drones, and they'd record us. That's only until the Argus agents arrive to arrest us, of course.
What are you doing, though? You keep saying you'll explain.
Oh, I'm changing the patrol route on this drone. Gonna have it watch the area while we're inside. You know, just in case anything happens tonight.
Are you expecting anything to happen? Like, did something happen at your interview?
Other than me nailing it? Nope. Even got invited back for a second one.
Oh, really?
Yep. And you were all worried for nothing.
I wouldn't exactly call it nothing, but it's good to know we're safe.
I think he meant to say congratulations.
Right. Sorry.
Isaac stands up and grabs a piece of paper from his pocket. Without missing a beat, he hands it over to Dante.
This is just a piece of paper that says my words.
Yeah, you can go ahead and eat them now. Can't believe you doubted me, man.
Oh my god.
I can definitely believe it.
Seconded.
They look at me and Klace for backup, and we just shrug. Isaac has stuck to his word and delivered exactly what he promised. If I were Taylor or Dante, this would be a turning point in how I felt.
I'm just glad we're all safe.
I nod.
Yeah, and I plan to keep it that way. I can check again during my follow-up interview. It's not scheduled yet since New Year's Eve is so close.
With a smirk, he lets go of the drone and he stands up. It immediately flies off, sticking to whatever route he planned. It's impressive to see him do this. He really is a genius when it comes to tech.
Besides, they're super busy with the whole Cypher and Hermes thing. I'm surprised they even had time for an interview given this situation.
Yeah, I guess we picked the perfect time to do all this stuff.
You mean Isaac picked the perfect time. When you say it the other way, I feel like an accomplice.
Technically, you are. But before you can cut in with some snark, I have a question. What did you do at the interview, Isaac? To check if we're safe, I mean.
Oh, good question. This actually goes all the way back to our nightclub outing. You know, when Dante dropped those bottles on the street.
So much for never mentioning it again.
I should thank you for it, actually. It gave me the perfect opportunity.
Seriously?
Yep, Sure enough, a drone came by to clean it up. But since litter is illegal, it had to look up street cam footage. That's the first thing they do. Try to find out who's responsible. I knew that there'd be no data on Kyron, which is bad. It would immediately flag him as a zero and get us in trouble. I rushed to create his identity and even uploaded facial data.
Facial data?
Yeah. It scanned our faces and looked for a match in the database. Because I was fast enough, it was able to find Kyron's as well. So, we may be guilty of litter, but nothing more. I promise.
Whoa, that's pretty cool.
Jeez.
Yeah, and it was easy to look into during my interview. When I was at their HQ, all I had to do was pull up the incident report. If we were in trouble, there'd be notation, or the case would be escalated.
And it wasn't?
Nope. It was marked closed by an Argus agent. Just something about drunk friends having a good time. All of our names are clear in the system. Trust me.
We got off scot-free. Kyron scoffs and breaks his silence. I wondered why he was just standing there.
Now I know why you wanted all those photos of me after the nightclub. Too bad. Thought maybe you came back outside to ask me on a date.
Damn.
He probably wants to.
Couldn't blame him.
Couldn't blame him, yeah. He laughs, trying to signal that it was a joke. At least now I know what Isaac did when he went back outside that night.
And sorry for not being too talkative. All this city talk goes right above my head. At least I know what those flying things are now.
Flying things. You must be talking about the drones. I guess these topics would be pretty intimidating for him. I can't even imagine the culture shock of entering the city walls.
Well, I don't think we'll need to talk about that stuff anymore. Taylor and Dante just wanted me to put their minds at ease. And I think I did?
Definitely made a lot of progress. Yeah.
I'm good to go. Feel a lot safer, too.
It's true, I could tell that the tension in the air is fading away. It helps to know that we're truly under the radar, and without suspicion. Especially as tensions rise and Argus' presence increases in the city.
I'm just as happy as them to leave this stuff behind. And if we're safe, maybe I can even come to New Year's Eve.
It's starting to look more and more hopeful. But let's focus on tonight. We still need to get you inside.
Back door, right?
Yeah, but it can't be all of us. Some of us should enter the front door at the same time. If anything, just to make sure that the door guy is occupied.
Everybody glares at Isaac.
What?
Well, I'm pretty sure I speak for all of us here, but this was your idea, so you need to do the dirty work.
Yeah, we'll all go in the front. You two can sneak in the back, but we'll save a table, so don't worry.
Sorry, Isaac, but I feel the same way. I can't risk getting caught as much as you can.
All right, that's fair. I just imagined a bit more teamwork.
It was your idea.
We're causing a distraction for you, Isaac. If they have to ID all of us, you'll have more time. Maybe you should be the one saving a table for us.
Isaac shrugs and nods, realizing Taylor is right. This was a team effort, not entrance spot time for Isaac. I look over at Kyron and see a hint of worry remain on his face.
What should we do if people start to suspect me? Or report me? You know, just thinking worst case scenario.
Book it.
Run, most likely.
Yeah.
Maybe we should have some sort of code word? Something to tip each other off, but not make a scene?
Like a spy movie?
Like a spy movie.
Maybe we could say we're in the mood for vodka.
Bad idea. I already am.
How about karaoke? We can use that as the code word. I could even sing to cause a distraction.
Do they have karaoke in there?
Yeah, loaded with a ton of songs, too. Maybe you can sing one of your own, Klace?
If I need to, I will.
Perfect. If we need a distraction in the bar, Klace can get on stage. But what do we do? Just make our way back home? What if they send out agents or drones to catch us?
Run, most likely. But I doubt it'll ever come to that. The scans should work just fine. But I am prepared.
Isaac wipes his phone in front of us with a smirk.
I can pull up a live map to help us avoid any drones. If we need to, we'll make it back home without a trace. Is that good? Can we go inside and party now?
Everyone looks at each other and nods. It seems like we had an entry plan and several exit plans. No matter what happened, we'd be prepared to take on the night. I'm a bit worried about potentially leaving Klace behind while he sings. But the more I think about it, the more I think he'd be okay. I guess he wouldn't make a move on an idol while they're performing. Would they? I just hope that things went smoothly. It was good to be cautious, up to a point. After a while, you're just overly paranoid. Thankfully, Isaac dealt a big blow to any paranoia. Even Dante seemed ready to party, which was saying something. And so, we head inside, our bond feeling as strong as ever. I just hope it stayed that way. Don't tell me that's it. Damn it, that's it. And no new journal entry. Damn it. Okay, come on up there. Because I know culmination and fragment is right here. And that's the last thing. And it's gonna be a while. It's gonna take a long time. So I'm making its own part. So stay tuned for that. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed, like, subscribe. And if you want to, leave a comment. Interaction helps. If you want to. And if you enjoy the series, I'm enjoying it too, so we're all in the same boat. I still can't believe we were playing a freaking Dungeons and Dragons campaign in the middle of playing. And they say it's going to be a weekly thing in this game time, so we're going to get more. And I cannot wait, because it's so freaking stupid. But, yeah, I'm excited. So I'll see you all in the next video. Bye-bye.